Hi guys, put in here with a special video for you about the Royal Navy arc that is coming out. Wargaming put up the article about the rules and everything that is going on for the Royal Navy arc that is coming up with patch 0.7.9. Considering I know some of you don't take the time to read it all or check it out, I thought I would do a short little video for you, and I highly doubt this will be short. The British arc starts in a world of warships with the release of update 0.7.9. The next 3 months will revolve around the launch of British destroyers and the Royal Navy event that accompanies them. So this event will be going on for 3 months. Obviously, this is a guide for the event. The event will last 3 months until the end of update 0.7.11 and begins September 20th at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're going to have to check out when it actually starts for you if you are not in the States. Sorry about that. You will have to have your account level or your service record up to a level 12 to participate in this event. You will need tier 5 or higher ships are allowed, and the following game modes will be available: random, co-op, ranked, as well as the new test mode, the arms race. You can learn more about the arms race in an article that is linked into this article. In the third week, you'll have the opportunity to complete the missions from Operation Dynamo in the future. Clan battles will also be added to this list. The rules are simpler than you might think. Each update will feature 4 stages, each being 1 week long. Each stage will include 4 directives, and these directives will compose of 5 to 7 missions. The rewards include 2 temporary resources for the arsenal, sovereigns, and something I'm not even going to try to pronounce because somebody will give me crap about it. But we'll just call him G. Now this may look a little bit confusing at first, but after reading this article and maybe trying to figure it out, what this shows is for patch 0.7.9, here are your 4 stages, and within each of these stages there are directives, and in each of these directives there are 5 to 7 missions. So with patch 0.7.9, we're going to have a 4-stage event lasting a week long. There will be 4 directives that have 5 to 7 missions. This is an example of what the first directive will look like. You know, target in sight, cause 15,000 HP of damage to ships, you know, get 15 spot ribbons, earn 10,000 base experience, earn 1.5 million credits, get 5 spotted ribbons. Now, according to this, pay attention, some of the missions can be completed only in British destroyers, which will mean that I believe if you do not have one when this is out, the only way to do this would be to have the Gallant or to get lucky and get the mission where you can unlock a British DD. We'll get into that a little bit later down. All missions can be completed simultaneously. Access to the next directive is granted once you have accomplished a specific number of missions, from 3 to 5, but not earlier than the day the directive is unlocked. Each stage has both economic missions, earn credits in the XP, and combat missions, deal damage and earn ribbons. So I believe most of these they're going to throw in a couple fairly easy ones for some people to help them along with getting this done. I don't know if these missions are going to be repeatable or not. But as you can see, this is, them letting you know that, the next directive will be up. And, read carefully, act diligently. You got to pay attention to what these missions require to do. And like it says here, new directives are available. Be vigilant and merciless towards adversaries is probably a nice thing. But you're probably going to have to click next once you complete it. Only the first directive unlocks the first day of each stage. The second one unlocks the second day, and so on. All the missions from the stage are available until its end. So you can launch the game on the fourth day, for example, and complete everything in one day. Take note, in order to move down the directive line, you need to complete a certain number of missions from the previous one and wait for the day on which the directive unlocks. Now, as a new stage begins, the missions from the previous stage become unavailable. The only exception is the very first stage with directives 1 and 2 unlocking on the first day. What they are saying is the very first stage of the very first day that this starts, directive 1 and 2 are going to be active. Now, if we take their example, say you don't play Thursday, directives 1 and 2 are open. You don't play Friday, directives 3 is not open. You don't play Saturday, directive 4 is open. Sunday, you can do all of them on one day, but you have to do them in order. You have to complete 1 to do 2. You have to do 2 to complete 3. You have to do 3 to complete 4. On Tuesday is the last day of the stage, and I don't know when. On Tuesday, I'm going to assume server reset. So you kind of want to get these done prior to Tuesday. With the way they're doing it, if you don't play much, but at least you hit it on the weekends, you should be able to complete everything. But this is how they are unlocking the stages. Then stage 2 becomes available. All these ones back here from stage 1 are gone. You can't do them. Stage 2 unlocks with directive 1. And like I said, you must complete 1 in order to unlock 2, which unlocks on Thursday. And you can't do directive 3 until you do directive 2, and it has to be on Friday. So you can't do all of directive 1 on the day it locks. You have to wait until Thursday to do 2, so you can't jump ahead. Like I said, their only exception is the very first day this starts. Everything else is going to be the same. Now, you will receive 1 of the G for compensation for each directive. We'll get into this math a little bit later, but each directive will give you 1 of these special new consumables. Or not consumables, currency that you can use. Now, your reward for the task, or I believe the missions inside, is economic, combat, and special signal flags, Union Jack camouflage, they also have Royal Navy containers. So I believe you're going to get all 3 of these, or maybe you're just going to get the container. I'm not sure, but I'm sure there's going to be a way for you to earn Royal Navy containers. Now, each of these Royal Navy containers will have 1 special signal flag or 1 of the Union Jack camouflage, 3 combat signal flags, and 5 sovereigns, along with the chance to get 1 of the British destroyers prior to the release. The tier 5, 6, 7, and 8. Of course, with that, they will have a premium Royal Navy container, which I'm sure you can purchase in the premium shop, that will have guaranteed 5 Union Jack camouflages, then 5 special flags, or 5 more of the Union Jack camouflages, along with 15 of the sovereigns, along with an increased chance to get 1 of the British destroyers getting the destroyer is getting the mission unlock, and we will go over what the missions are. It really is quite simple to unlock these British destroyers, but I believe that the chance to get the British destroyer is through you're going to get the mission like they've previously done. Here's a neat little slider showing you, look, all that lovely stuff. Now, once you complete the 4th directive, you'll have access to the Hall of Fame. Here you compete for a spot amongst the top players, with all of those who've earned at least 1 point according to the Hall's special rules, receiving rewards. The reward you receive at the end of each week can be increased further if you enter the top 50%, 25%, 10%, or 5% of the best players. Now I'm going to do this in order of bottom to top. Pretty much if you get into, if you complete all 4 stages, play a game, and you should at least win, and you're going to get at least 1 point. Now, pretty much if you get 1 point, you're going to be guaranteed 3 Union Jack camouflages. If you get enough points to fall into the 25 to 50% of the player base, you will also get one of the special signal flags that, yeah, I'm not going to try to pronounce, but one of the 3 new ones that they added. If you are able to get into the top 10 to 25%, you will get a Royal Navy container. If you get into the top 5 to 10%, another Royal Navy container. And then the top 5% get another container. So what this means is the top 5% of the players are going to get all of these rewards. The next one is going to get, you know, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to get 4 out of the 5, but the higher you go, the more rewards you're going to get. But all you need is 1 point to get 3 camouflages. Points can be earned in random, co-op, scenario, ranked, and special battles. I'm not going to break down the whole point system, but you get points in randoms for sinking a ship, victory, heroic achievement, and honorary achievement. I have no idea what this honorary achievement is, because you can see here I have the Wargaming wiki pulled up, and it's random, clan, starter, scenario, campaign, collection, contributor, and special event. And if you go to random, these are just your standard achievements. I don't know if they're talking about these, but these are your heroic achievements here: Confederate, Dreadnought, High Caliber, Kraken, Solo Warrior, Witherer. And the reason I bring that up is because in co-op battle, you get points for sinking a ship, winning, and these honorary achievements. And if we look here, co-op isn't even listed, so I don't know what they're doing with that. That is something new for me. So that you'll actually have to pay attention to. If I find anything else out about it prior to this event going on, I will put something in the comment sections down below to help you guys out. But scenario battles is 20 points for every star if your team wins. Rank battles, straight up 120 points if your team wins. Now the arms race, they're only doing victory and sinking a ship. Now, the top 100 players of each week will receive a special achievement amongst heroes as a reward, so you will get a special achievement if you get into the top 100. Now, if 2 or more players are borderline with the accompanying 100 position and scoring the same number of points, they all get the top. What they are saying is, for example, say in order to be at 100, you need 80 points. And say there's 7 people all sitting at 80 points. All 7 of those people are going to be considered in the top 100, even though it would technically put you at like 108, I believe, or 107. But if everybody at 100 is the exact same amount of points, you are all considered 100. My thing with this, if you're trying for this, don't be the guy at 100. Make sure you got some sort of buffer so one guy doesn't come along and go 81 and then just, you know, screws you over because you thought you were good. The results are summed up once a week. The crediting points is put on hold 3 hours before the beginning of the next stage. A special announcement in port will be warned about you. So they will let you know when they are stopping the points. If you are playing, you know, either depending on where you are, really late or really early in the morning, and you're on the cuspice and you don't know if it's worth going, you will get a warning in port. Players who manage to enter battle before the cutoff will receive their points as usual, while battles that begin after 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time will not be considered. So there is the time that they are telling you it's going to be the cutoff on Tuesday? Yeah, on Tuesday. Or no, Wednesday. But whatever day it is, you know, there's the cutoff. Please pay attention that the results of the last stage will be, update will be summed up further 1 hour earlier. Yeah, I'm not. When 1 hour expires, the results are drawn up automatically. The following 2 hours are necessary for mission preparation of the following stage. The results of the past stages will be available on the results page, just in case you're worried about where you landed and all this for all of you guys. Now, there is going to be an update to the arsenal. As you can see, just like the Go Navy or the birthday, they are putting a special tab in for the Royal Navy event, and they're giving you an example of the page. But more importantly, we're just going to scroll down to these guys. Now, believe this is Jack Dunkirk's brother, Brett, I don't know. But as you can see, that's going to cost 100 of the sovereigns. That's what the sovereign symbol looks like. So you can get a 10-point captain if you did miss out on him. If you need an extra British commander, well, there you go. There's a 10-pointer. And shame on you for not getting a Dasha if you didn't get one. You can also buy the Union Jack camouflages. Obviously, the Royal Navy crates you can purchase. But more importantly, you can buy Warspite and Gallant with Sovereigns and the Tier 8 Premium Cossack with these. With these new ones that I'm just calling G because I can't pronounce them and I'm not going to try to. You can also buy flags. So pretty much if you got enough British captains, you don't need any more freaking camo. You already own the Warspite and Gallant. Your best thing to do is, well, buy flags. Here's the flags broken down. I'm not going to get into it, but just so you know. Here's a list of everything you can buy with the sovereigns. Now, if you do have the sovereigns and you want some doubloons, here is a decent way to get some. If you own a Warspite and Gallant, you can buy them and they will give you the doubloon value in doubloons for that ship, I believe. Can be purchased only once. If you already have the ship in port and purchase it again, you will receive the doubloon value. So, if you want some doubloons for something else, and you really don't want anything else, you can get trade in your sovereigns for doubloons. Like, say you're running enough flags, you can get some doubloons to buy some premium time or something else. A permanent camo for the Gallant is also going to be in there. I don't think I pointed that out or showed it, but I mean, here's a whole list if you want to, like, pause, rate it for yourself. You know, here's all the flags. But please note the Royal Navy category and the ability to use sovereigns will obtain its will attain its contents and will stay available in update 0.7.10. So you'll have plenty of time to choose the items you want. With the release of update 0.7.11, each sovereign in your possession will be exchanged for 25,000 credits. Say you even want credits, you can just save up to them and they'll just give you a bunch of money. Now, these other ones, these G's, can be used to buy the destroyer Cossack with the slot and a commander for 50. I'm going to assume they're going to sell this ship outright also, and if you already have this ship in your port and purchase it again, you'll receive the doubloon value. These will remain available in the client until at least update 0.7.12 inclusive. After that, they will be exchanged for credits. Coupons do not work in this temporary category, so you can't use a coupon to lower the price of anything. Apart from their usual contents, Royal Navy containers drop a combat mission to obtain one of the following ships, and this is what I believe they were saying is how you get one of the ships. It's just turn-based experience. If you get to tier 5, you're gonna need to earn 10,000. If you need tier 6, it's 12. Tier 7 is 14. Tier 8 is 16. The combat missions will be available until November 19th. Please note that the destroyers will be credited in their base configuration with their modules completely researched and purchased. But you won't be able to research the next ship in the branch in update 0.7.9. So pretty much if you get these in this patch, you will not be able to research the next ship in the branch. You can only accumulate the experience necessary to research the next ship once it is unlocked in 0.7.10 is released. Any British commander can helm these destroyers without retraining until the release of 0.7.10. So what they're saying is, say you get the mission to do the tier 5. You will not be able to work up the British line to get to the tier 6, even though there's a chance for you to get it in 09, but you will not be able to unlock it. You can get all the experience associated with it, but say you get the tier 5, and then you get the tier 7. You can freely move the captain from the tier 5 to the tier 7 without retraining. I believe they're going to treat these as premium ships, which is how they are stopping you from researching the next ship in the tech line. But you're not getting any of the premium bonuses. So if you do get one of these and you do see that, don't get confused on all of this stuff. They're just doing it so you can move your commanders around freely, and they're treating it as a placeholder for you. Another new arrival in the arsenal is the tier 8 premium, or Cossack, is available for 50 Gs. In the course of the 3 updates, it's possible to receive this a significant discount for the destroyer. Participation in the Royal Navy event can get you up to 48 of these special tokens. Once you have them, you will have to buy a few more from the premium shop. So, if you want the Cossack, what I would do is, honestly, do the whole event, because when the event ends, they're not taking these things away from you, and you should have a good idea even prior to that about how many of these special currencies you're going to have to buy. If you do the entire event, you're going to 48, you only need 2. But say you missed a couple and all that, I would recommend it, because I'm sure these things are not going to be fairly expensive, and you're going to get a fairly cheap premium tier 8. That is pretty much all of this that is going on. I strongly recommend you go read all of this stuff for yourself in case I missed something you are interested in, or if I got something wrong. And to be honest with you, if anybody knows or figures out what one of these honorary achievements is, please let me know in the comments, because I was unaware you could get achievements in co-op. I've been to the wiki. That's pretty much all I've got for you guys. We do appreciate all the support you guys do give us. We do love the emails you send us. The email for that is in the description down below. Go out there, start working on getting your British DDs early. Please hit the like and subscribe button and have yourselves one heck of a great day.